bitch nigga shot a real nigga. But we don't make no diss records, we just deal with it. Plus I be going through a lot, I never talk about it. And they using niggas songs in court, so I can't talk about it. Rap niggas think I'm dumb, like I don't see the play. I let them think they got the ups, to get them out the way. On FaceTime, my brother telling me he shot my mama, telling me to chill, but I know he seen that nigga face. But that's enough about that part. Talking about respect, well it's a must about that part. Playing with my money, well then it's up about that part. Cause when it's time to play ball, don't give a fuck about that part. They know I'm that nigga when they see me. Her man crush been a hater, her little brother won't beat me. Her friend been on my dick since I was passing out CDs. Her baby daddy a mark and her boyfriend probably a weenie. 3,300 on my book bag. Left some niggas in the past, but I don't look back. Shit kinda different, I ain't the man that I was. I seen death in too many forms and I ain't never really shook that. Don't let him rock you to sleep, true colors better believe him. I know that God got me, but I be riding with my reaper. Praying with my kids and even then I got my heater. And I be stepping so hard, this hoes in $1,000 sneakers. Take your bitch when I meet her and you ain't seen her in about 3 days. Knew I was a threat, I passed that stick like a relay. Spin it back to back, it's like a motherfucking replay. Turn your son into a bitch when I shoot, I think I'm D-Wade. Told him I'm a savage, if I want it, I'ma have it. Playing with my lettuce, cook your head like a cabbage. Tell them that I'm rich and I'm solid, that's the advantage. Bitch, bad kids, fresh little nigga, you can't stand it. Tell them big checks, yardsticks, not a roof. All I smoke is ops and I don't never smoke a hookah. Looking for a blessing, that's worth of Jesus and Judas. Tell them niggas game 6, my whole team full of shooters. I slide on a nigga like a motherfucking flip-flop. Pressure on your homie and I promise he a flip-flop. Talking that wookie-woo, something, something, something. I know the police listen, so I ain't really saying nothing. I know these niggas envy, they can't manage how they feel. Jealousy's for bitches, you niggas pussy for real. A nigga get the drop and he happen to shoot. First we heal up and get back, we ain't going on the shirt, I swear to God.
That woo-de-woo, something. Know the police listen, so I ain't saying nothing. Talking that woo-de-woo, something. Nigga cock back and aim and leave bleeding where you running, swear to God, nigga.
What's the deal, y'all? What's the deal, y'all? Rich Trapper tapping in 10 and Trap News Network. We back in this thing like cook, cracking this thing here at 10 and Trap News Network. It's that good news you can use. It's that good knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you are in fact tapped in with that good tap in with everything we got going on here at that good tap in 10 and Trap News Network. News you can use, knowledge you ain't finna get nobody's college, big dog. Tap in with the tap in to make sure you hit that like, comment, subscribe button. And if you would like to be a part of the Trap News Network family, we love to have you. We love to have you. Not really sure how my Bluetooth just connected to my car because my phone is in the T-Mobile store right now and not really sure what's going on with that. But shout out to T-Rail, shout out to Smack. I picked up some game yesterday, being out there in the field with Smack. I picked up some good game being out there in the field with Smack. I'm getting a new phone right now, y'all. I'm upgrading my phones. I've noticed that T-Rail and Pun both use Androids when they're streaming. So I got two phones. I'm trading in one of my iPhones. Well, I'm trading in one iPhone for the newest iPhone. And then the secondary iPhone, I'm trading that in for an Android to do better with the streaming. Because hopefully I can give y'all better quality, man. And I can get my Twitch game up and all that kind of stuff. So, yeah, there's that, man. I'm just trying to do better. And I got some microphones coming when I'm in the field and all that kind of stuff. I'm doing better, y'all. I'm doing better. I'm only one man, bro. I'm only one man, and I'm a single dad. A lot of y'all be like, oh, you need this, you need that. My nigga, I got 4 kids. I'm a single dad. And y'all don't be sending no super chats. So, allow me to work how I'm working, bro. And let the record reflect, I only been in the city for 11 days. It hasn't even been 2 weeks since I've been home. I've been home less than 2 weeks, and I've gotten a lot of things done. So just kind of get off my head, bro. You feel me? If you ain't sending no chili, don't tell me what I need. You feel me? Don't tell me what I need. Oh, you need this. Oh, you need to do that. It's going to get you blocked. I don't really care for that. And it's inconsiderate, and it's really insensitive. I'm a single father, and that bothers me. You feel me? I know what I need. I know what I need to get, and I also know the finances that I need to take care of before I do something for YouTube. So chill out with all that. I just had to get that off my chest. Let's see what Munchie B got to say. Let's shout out to Munchie B. Let's see what he got to say. The B team. Let's go.
Core TV YouTube channel. I want everybody to tap in on tap out and become a member. I got ish in there that you can't get nowhere else, bro. You ain't gonna get it on YouTube. Nowhere else. Join to be a member. I swear to God, we going up like gas prices on Big Team. Tap in on tap out. Persistent.
Balls, bitch, that's when they in to my show, body hurt. All I know is murder, gang beef till it's over with. He got those
Garage engine. And yeah, I might let the whole thing play. It ain't that long, you know what I'm saying? He had touched on something that came across his desk, you know what I'm saying? Had something to do with the Inglewood families and the Rolling 20 Bloods, you feel me? And I'm like, oh yeah, I remember this, you know what I'm saying? So I'm gonna play this.
For those of y'all who don't remember, the Rolling 20 Bloods and the Inglewood families had a little bit of a 1-2 step like Sierra, but you know, it's all good.
And y'all gonna see, I'm gonna let y'all know why, it, you know what I'm saying? I had to tap in with it. All right, let's go.
S Wiggins TV, welcome back. It's page number 2, so run my numbers up accordingly. Okay, so when I did that Blood versus Blood Beefs, part 1, on my big...
I love S. Wiggins, one of the best channels on YouTube. Him and Rap News Street Politics, I really enjoy both their channels. Shout out to Rap News Street Politics, shout out to S. Wiggins.
Channel, a lot of people were shocked to find out certain Blood versus Blood beefs. And one of the main ones that they was oblivious to was the Rolling 20 Nayborhood Bloods versus the Inglewood family blood. And they wanted me to expound more on how it came to be. Now, the only reason I'm finna do this is because these two hoods is cool right now. So, this is all, you know, much love to both hoods, bro. Just a piece of history. You know, I do Crips too, so y'all don't take it the wrong way. But straight from my boy from 20's mouth. Okay, so back in the day, this was allegedly one of the contributing factors. It's subject to correction. I'm a Keyway, I'm out of blood, but you know, they wanted me to put this out, so I'm putting this out. 20s or IF, feel free to chime in at any point. But he said one of the contributing factors to this beef was back in the days, in the 2000s, there was a rapper, there is a rapper from New York named Jim Jones. His biggest single ever was the song called We Fly High, you know, and it goes, we fly high, no lie, you know this, ballin'. All right, so I don't know if one of the...
You did it. We fly high, no lie, you know it, ballin'. If you know, you know. Ballin'.
The Rolling 20 Bloods made a remix called Rollin', or if they would say Rollin', but however they did it, you know, they would say Rollin', and I guess somebody from IF, however they did it, you know, their biggest enemies is the Rollin', okay? The Rollin' 30s to the 100s. You know, they pretty much beef with all of them. But they got into a confrontation, and members from both sides got into a confrontation, and they called them, you know, the N-word, that this is neighborhood. And then they got into it, and then things heated up after that. All right, so that's just that. But
you know what's crazy? You would think that the Neighborhood Bloods and the Neighborhood Crips would kind of have an allied situation. The Rolling 20 Bloods and the Rolling, like, I get it, it's different. I get where it's different, but I also get where it's the same. It seemed like that one kind of should be a neighborhood to the neighborhood situation. Just saying.
Yeah, like I was just covering that, you know what I'm saying? It was kind of strange to me because my other boy from Inglewood was telling me that, you know, some of the families have pushed Rolling 80s, so it was a little, I didn't really understand it, but, you know, just back then, man, I would love if you guys chimed in, actually, bro. But, yeah, man, make sure you like, comment, share, subscribe, man. Shout to the 20, shout to IF, it's Worldwide Wiggins, page number 2, log in. Wiggins.
Okay, everybody go like, subscribe that over there with S. Wiggins, man. I mess with his content, man. He be
S. Wiggins has some great content. Big shout out to S. Wiggins.
tapped into the smaller hoods people don't pay attention to. Like, man, he been putting a lot of shine on the Weirdo Bloods in Inglewood, the Center Parks, the Gear Gangs, like he or the gangs like Sex Jerks, like from back in the days. He'll touch on, you know what I'm saying, gangs people ain't really privy to, or the smaller gangs that don't really get heard of, you know what I'm saying? But and then as far as Rolling 80s, yeah, it's Rolling 80 Inglewood families, but you know, my generation is so hard on this neighborhood and rolling thing. The homies don't really too much like saying Rolling 80s. So the homies that's from the 80s be like, I'm from 80, or this 80s. And you still have something to be like Rolling 80s, you know what I'm saying? Like, you know, but that's what it is. The homies is rolling 80 Inglewood families, you know what I'm saying? I'm from 9 dudes. I'm from all of them. But, you know, we got the homies is rolling 80s, you know what I'm saying? That's what they is. So that's factual.
So if we all can agree with this rich rolling neighborhood, gangs are dumb. Gangs are dumb. And I say this, have participated in dumbness. Gangs are stupid. Gangs are stupid. Y'all all push rich rolling, but not really because it's kind of like that. Y'all all pushing neighborhood, but not really because it's kind of like that. Like, bro, this is dumb. Gangs are stupid. We're all stupid. We all wasted our time. We all wasted our lives. We all made our mamas cry and our grandmamas disappointed over something stupid. We're dumb. Gangs are dumb. This is dumb. We should do better. Start off with slapping myself upside the head because this is stupid. This is stupid. They're all the same, trying to be different from one another. But there are more commonalities than anything. Gangs are dumb. We're all stupid. All of us. I start with myself. I'm an idiot.
But now this had to be 2007. And it used to be this place they throw parties at on La Brea called the Warehouse. You know what I'm saying?
Warehouse.
So I don't know if this was like a 20 hood day or just a 20 party, but it's like beginning of 07. Cause I was in juvenile hall. So I get to the phone, call the homies, like, what's up? They like, oh, it went up with the 20 Bloods. I said, what? Like, yeah. Like, we at the Warehouse. You know what I mean? It's going up. And, you know, Jim Jones' song come on. Now, this particular song came out in 2006, right? And every party we used to go to, we used to always know that the enemies was in there, because all you got to do is just wait for that part. And all the like, say for some 60s in there, they get turned up. Roll it! Oh, yeah, they in here. You know what I'm saying? So, all right, this particular incident, we all Bloods, though. So, I guess the song come on with Jim Jones, roll it. And in my mind, I don't know how the homies even get into it with these dudes behind that, though, because, you know, I don't know. But behind that song, it was some disrespect.
Probably somebody just drunk or high or, you know, whatever, blah, blah, and just said something that wouldn't have been said sober. And a small situation got made into a big situation.
Everybody starts scrapping. Inglewood families 20s. Boom, they throwing them. And then, rest in peace to my bro, Gigi.
Big rest in peace to Gigi. If this is the same one I'm thinking about that played for the Inglewood Jets in the early 2000s, I think we was 6th grade. What was I, 5th grade? 1999 is when I graduated from 5th grade. Dark-skinned dude. And I believe it's the same Gigi that played for the Inglewood Jets. He was a really good dude, bro. Shout out to bro, man. That was one of them. That was like we didn't. It is crazy because we didn't stay super friends as adults. But during that little span when we was playing for the Inglewood Jets, my 5th grade year, I was class of 99 in 5th grade to 8th grade, class of 2003 before I went into high school, the 2003-2004 year, he was a good dude, bro. And I remember Gigi was cracking or bracking, you feel me? I remember the coaches used to have to like take this nigga home and all kind of stuff because that nigga Gigi was into all the shit. Like, even as kids, he was already, you know what I'm saying, just living different. You know what I'm saying? But he was such a good dude, man. And it was crazy because how the streets knew him was obviously, you know, something else. But I knew him on a child level because we were kids and we were playing football in the park at Darby Park or Centinela Park or wherever we were playing, practicing for the Inglewood Jets. And, you know, off the field, he just lived a different life, man. But it was cool to see him. Even now as an adult, God bless his soul, just to think back and remember, man, I had the blessing of being a part of his life when he could just do something as simple as be a child. Because off that field, he couldn't be a child. Gigi was living different. If you know, you know. But big shout out to Gigi, man. God bless that dude. God bless his family. This one kind of made me want to cry a little bit because just as a kid, I remember him being he was such a cool kid, man. He was such a cool kid. He's like, man, because he know me. He'd call me by my first name, man, bro, man, just keep doing what you're doing, man. I always talk about wanting to be a rapper. And he was just so positive. He was just such a... Yeah, man, let's keep going. God bless Gigi, bro.
He ended up getting stabbed in the neck. So the homies rushed Gigi to the hospital. And from what I hear, I heard the 20s pulled up to the hospital, sitting at the hospital. They pulled up to the hospital trip and still turned up. I'm like, oh shit, you know what I'm saying? So that was that. Gigi ended up being cool, you know what I'm saying? He got stabbed, you know what I'm saying? But I wouldn't call that no beef, you know what I'm saying? Like the homies.
Wait, now I'm wondering if it's the same Gigi, because they told me that the Gigi I'm spoken about passed away. I haven't seen him since we were kids. But you know what? YouTube, do y'all stuff. If he's still living, I would love to be reunited with a childhood friend. You feel me? I would love to be reunited with a childhood friend if he's still living. I heard that he wasn't alive no more. But if he is still living, I would love to be reunited with a childhood friend. If he's not, I would love to pay some respects to the family. If he's not living, you feel me, just based off the same love. So if somebody knows from Inglewood families, let me know something, bro. And I would love to kind of find out more about this, because if he's still around, I would, again, love to be reunited with somebody who was a great childhood friend. And if he's not, I would love to do, you know, whatever necessary on a monetary aspect just to, you know, show some respect to the family if I'm able to. You feel me?
They scrapped, you know what I'm saying? I was pissed off, so this is what I did. So I'm in the halls. I get that story. I'm like, oh. So a couple days later, dude from 20 Bloods come named Dizzy. Where you from? Nayborhood 20 Bloods. Well, Inglewood family, I need that. We go get down. So we go down in the room and we do our thing, you know what I'm saying? I do my thing on them and shit. Wherever you at, Dizzy, bro, shout out you though. You know, it's still big team, but I needed that. Then I go to camp. And then I think his name was Slim. You know what I'm saying? So me and homie Baby Firebug, you know what I'm saying? We in Camp Smith, and Slam come. You know what I'm saying? I didn't get a chance to get out with him, but homie Baby Firebug got him. You know what I'm saying? Like, yeah, we was on that with the 20 Bloods that like in 07 when you know what I'm saying, when I went to jail, because what was going on the streets. But it wasn't no beef. It was a rumble. I think the 20s got the better of the homies. But since they got the better of the homies, we gonna get the better of them in here. You know what I'm saying? In jail. You know what I'm saying? We did our thing. You know what I'm saying? But shout out Slim. Shout out Dizzy from.
Shout out to Munchie B for being non-biased and telling the truth about that story. A lot of people will be like, oh, no, not my homies, not my homies. Munchie B's being very transparent here. Shout out to Munchie B for the vulnerability.
20s. Shout out to 20 Bloods all together. Them the homies. Bang things. You know what I'm saying? Sangle gang. But, yeah, man, that was just a little dime sack, man. I want everybody to go subscribe to my boy S. Wiggins. Man, he be dropping some heat over there. Quality content, putting up in the gangland, getting all
right, man, y'all show some love to Munchie B. Hit him with a like, comment, subscribe. I just did. Show him with all that. You feel me? Big shout out to S. Wiggins, Worldwide Wiggins. Shout out to bro. And if somebody from Inglewood, you know, who actually knows what they talking about, or somebody, you know, Munchie B, hit me up with your new number. I don't got it. I would like to know more about that. I would like to know more about that. You know what I'm saying? That situation with Gigi. Yeah, but we up out here to the next one though. Y'all know the deal. It's red dots to the left. Y'all know the rest. And it's free Avenue Angel 2. He's free. We go.